Do you know the difference between bill, act and ordinance? Hi everyone, I am your law teacher and today I am going to discuss the difference between these terms. India is a democratic and a federal country. Laws can be made separately at various levels by the state government and union government. The primary function of parliament is to make new laws, amend existing laws and repeal old laws. For every such procedure, a bill needs to be passed in both houses of parliament. Once passed in both the houses, bill needs to get assent of the president to become an act. The relevant articles of the constitution are Article 107 deals with the provisions as to introduction and passing of bills. Article 108 deals with joint sitting of both houses in certain cases. Article 109 special procedure in respect of money bills. Article 110 deals with money bills and Article 111 deals with the assent to bills. You know how does a bill become law in India? But before that, we are going to discuss on what is a bill. Suppose Parliament wants to make a new law for our country. So what is the procedure for that? It will start with a draft or policy. So a draft will be made which is a starting point. This draft is having objectives and guidelines related to the new law. Now this draft is presented in both the houses of the parliament where they discuss the draft and do voting for the same. As the draft is presented in the parliament, it becomes a bill. A bill can be thought of as the first stage of an act. A bill is a proposal to enact a new legislation. Typically, a bill takes the form of a document that summarizes the policy underlying the proposed law as well as the proposed law itself. A bill may be introduced by the government or proposed by a member of parliament. The bill is introduced in the lower house of parliament and after debate and passage, it is sent to the upper house for approval. When the bill is passed by the upper house, it is sent to the president for his signature. After a bill has been passed by parliament and received assent from the president, it becomes a law, act of the land. So this is the whole normal legislative procedure in which the starting point is draft or policy, then it becomes a bill and after that it becomes an act. And this is the difference between bill and act. Now ordinance. Before understanding ordinance, first we need to discuss about the functions of parliament. Can I ask you a question? Do our parliament means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha works throughout a year? The answer is no. It's not mentioned anywhere that when parliament has to take sessions and bring laws, but traditionally there are 3 sessions of the parliament. Budget session, monsoon session and winter session. Budget session which runs from end of January to May, monsoon session which runs from July to August and winter session runs from November to December. But when parliament session is not there and due to any emergency, if some law has to be passed urgently, what is done in that case? In that case, we can take help of ordinance process. So when the parliament is not there in session, that period is called as recess. Ordinances are temporary laws promulgated by the President of India on the advice of the Union Cabinet. They are only able to be delivered when Parliament is not in session. They give the Indian government the ability to take immediate legislative action. When the Union's legislature is not in session and there is a need to pass legislation in an emergency, in such cases, the government refers a proposal to the President or Governor who must approve it before it can become an ordinance. An ordinance is the legal equivalent of an act. The validity period of ordinance is 6 months plus 6 weeks. It can be regarded as a temporary law until it expires, is repealed or is approved by the legislature. By this, today's class came to an end. Thanks for watching.